bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for Bring 'em Out with your hosts, Joel Richardson and Alan Hill.
All right. Hey, everybody. We're here at the Sunnybrook Ballroom inside the Speakeasy for another episode of Bring 'em Out. I'm Alan Hill, here with Soul Joel himself, Joel Richardson. Tonight, we have 7 for 7 going on in the Melody Room. We're going to get a few special visitors later, and we'll introduce them as they come by.
One at a time.
But in the meantime, Joel and I are going to shoot the shit like we love to do.
Yes, we are. By the way, I put my phone down. No more.
You know he's serious, folks.
I'm serious. Tuned in. So if anybody was paying attention to my social media recently, I was talking to Alan on a Sunday, trying to be polite, knowing that he has his time because he always, 100% of the time, wears an Eagles jersey. I go Birds. He said, right on, brother. We hang up. I then, stupid, hand to forehead.
Palm to head.
Palm to head. And go, oh my gosh, the Eagles are playing Monday night.
And this was Sunday at 2 o'clock or so, right?
Yeah, it was during the middle of 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Which then I find out the Eagles only have 3 1 o'clock games all season.
Yeah, because they're supposed to be good.
Yeah.
So they're in prime time or 4 o'clock a lot.
Yeah. So I post on social media. I'm like, I'm an idiot. I go, I just said to a guy on the phone, go Birds. And I realized that they're on Monday night at prime time.
Yep.
I'm a man and I know my hometown sports.
And I saw this like 50 minutes later because you know me, I don't check it all. It's lucky I saw it that soon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And only because the Eagles were on
Could
or
have
were
been
not on.
Minutes, hours, or days.
For real. Any one of those is realistic options with me for sure.
Yeah.
So I see it and I just start laughing because I'm like, bro, there's no bad time for a Go Birds. Any real Eagle fan will tell you there's no bad time for a Go Birds. You can hit me on, in the middle of the summer. I don't care.
People commented on it. They're like, Wednesday at 8 o'clock doesn't matter.
Yes.
AM.
Yes.
Go Birds.
Mike Keller put up that hilarious meme.
Yeah.
I mean,
in season, out of season, doesn't matter.
yeah, it's freaking priceless, dude. And then, of course, I had to add, and of course, there's no bad time to wear an Eagles jersey.
Right. Well, or all the time. So Monday, I'm off. I take my niece, both my nieces, and my nephew to Urban Air.
Okay.
So the thing that we do, we share together. Ran out of gas, but doesn't matter. On the way home.
Side note.
Yeah. What an uncle. So we go there, and I see a drove of kids,
Okay.
20, 30, headed to the barbershop.
Unusual.
See a boisterous personality. I don't think anything of it. Just like holding the kid's hand, let's go inside.
Yeah, go to your destination.
Same kids I see come inside, another 20 or 30 head out. They're all like just ate a lot of candy, excited. You know what I mean? Like top level. Yes.
Walking in the gates of Disneyland, excited.
So finally, I went to one of the employees. I go, what the heck is going on over there? I have to ask. They're like, oh, it's no big deal, but Jalen Hurts is getting his haircut over at Sal's Barbershop.
Kind of a
like,
big deal.
It's a big deal. So I go to my 10-year-old nephew. I'm like, yo, do you want to meet Jalen Hurts? He looked at me like, why would you even ask me? Just let's go.
Why aren't we walking already, Uncle?
Yeah. So we head over, and there's another mom, a couple adults, obviously, outside, and they're like, hey, could he get a picture? And he goes, yo, Hurts. And it's a mixture, white, black, different people around, adults, kids, And he goes, yeah, no problem. So I run to get my nephew's phone because it's in my car.
Okay.
He had put it in the car until we're done jumping around. It's a trampoline place, so he didn't want to have it in his pocket.
Right on.
Then all of a sudden lose his phone, whatever. That way he's responsible, unlike his uncle. So I could see the disappointment in his face. When he's walking towards me, he said no more pictures. So I go, yo, Jalen, can you just take one more picture? It's not the kid's fault. His uncle's phone died.
Nice. Way to cover. I like
Yeah,
it.
and he goes, oh, yeah, no problem, man. So I go to my nephew. I'm like, do you want me to take the picture? He goes, no, I got it. And selfies the picture. Now the other adult is sitting there. The white dude goes, Hurts. He's like, your black Suburban's coming. I'm like, oh man. I'm like,
he's shuffling
yeah,
him
time
out,
to
shuffling out
right?
the talent.
Right, but he had been signing autographs.
This has been going on
tons
for a
of pictures.
while, obviously.
Yeah.
Droves of children.
Dude, some of the employees were like, I'm upset because I'm not getting off till 4. And in my head, I'm like, yo, I know he's getting a fresh cut, but this dude's on TV later.
Now let's back up. Pause. Let's remember the beginning of this story. This was last Monday. The Eagles were playing Tampa Bay on Monday Night Football at 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Dude, it's 3. So I'm like, dude, first of all, why is he getting his hair cut in Royersford? No offense.
Right? Doesn't seem like the place you
That
go.
town was nothing but good to me. But it's got less than 5,000 people. You can't get a cut in Philly?
Philly? He's going to beat Philly in
Any
Rofo?
closer? I'm like, all I could think about is 76. I'm like, dude, in a perfect storm, you're going to be late. And I can't imagine there's not a pre-meeting, I would say pre-show, but pre-game meeting.
Right.
Yeah. So Mike Keller texts me, goes, dog, I don't know how you're going to break it to your nephew, but they're in Tampa.
It wasn't even a Philly game.
It wasn't even a Philly game. So Go Birds was followed up by a word. Oh, I guess that's Jalen, huh? Yeah, I'll believe whatever you put on the teleprompter because my name's Ron Burgundy.
Dude, that's great. Well,
Do you mind if I take his picture with my nephew's phone? Because mine's dead. You should be dead.
people are trying to sell you bridges as you leave.
Oh, my God.
dude.
Yeah,
man.
Brooklyn.
Dude, so this guy, though, obviously had a decent resemblance because he faked out what sounds like upwards of 100 or 200 people.
Oh, yeah.
When you got 32 groups of kids running at
They
him.
had the most unbelievable street buzz.
That's wild.
Because then I go and get water and like pretzels because my niece and nephew after jumping on the trampoline they want snacks.
Oh, sure.
Right. So I hear the one manager talking to the other manager and they're like going back and forth and I go, dude, the game's in Tampa. He goes, that's what I'm saying. And these 2 black girls that work there, they go, that's just some dude at the barber shop. Like they didn't even see. They didn't even see. They just sniffed it out. Like they knew what was going on.
Their BS meter was working strong.
Right.
Yeah.
But my point is, I get it, man. I'm a good one for a prank, but there's kids involved
I know,
here.
dude, that's
Dude, how
wild.
did you go to the extent of even me? Because they saw a big fish.
Bro, dude.
Oh, hook, line, and sinker. Right in the mouth.
You're even demanding
Yeah.
extra. Now you're like trying to work extra time out of the dude on his appearance.
Look at this big dum-dum. But if you look at the picture, you can tell they look different, obviously. But the picture is...
You got to show me this picture, man.
Yeah. But like he goes and he has the same goatee. You know what I mean? Like you can't tell me he's not going to the barbershop going, give me the Jalen Hurts.
Oh, dude, this guy is he probably did it in Rofo that day. He probably did it in Limerick,
Ain't
in
his
Spring
first, though.
City.
Yeah.
He probably goes from town to town just signing autographs, dude.
Yeah, ain't his
Priceless.
first rodeo.
That is priceless, man. That's a funny damn thing. You got job, buddy. That's just, that's the difference between a football nerd and just a casual sports fan.
Just a guy wearing black and green. You can say it.
I think I could sell myself as Santa Claus
Yeah.
as easily as he did as Jalen Hurts.
Dude, I love how you had to put your glasses on, but even without your glasses, I think you could tell that that's not
I
him.
was pretty sure before they got down. Yeah. That's so awesome.
But so the kids are involved,
Dude, the kids, and you don't
How
expect
do
the
you
kids to
get-
know.
I'm saying, and they left kids leave, come back, leave, come back, leave, come back.
It's wild.
At some point, you got to be like, let's just not do that. Even to me, saying that they had a Suburban
Yeah.
coming, like, come on, dude.
Dude, that's priceless.
Yeah.
My God, that's funny. Oh, that's so funny. What a great story.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait because I had heard the story, but I had not seen the picture. And now it's all tied together,
Yeah.
man. It's beautiful.
But apparently the guy has like 4 or 5 locations. But my nephew, who already had a bad haircut from there, he sniffed it out because I told him on the way back. I go, dude, by the way, the Eagles are in Tampa. So he goes, I knew that wasn't him. I didn't even finish the sentence.
So
And my sister, I didn't know this, but my sister said he already had a bad haircut. So he was already like strike 1.5. So now 3 strikes, you're out. And it was already 2 strikes.
Give it up for your nephew, man.
Oh,
What a
man.
smart young man.
Sniffed out the BS. And
Good for him.
then he told me what you just did. Pull up the picture. I got to see it. And I'm like, what? He goes, pull up the picture. Dude, he was like
He was fired up.
10. Yeah, he was at a 10. He's
love
10, but he's at a 10. Because he had Google image Jalen. So he wanted to compare it
He
to
was doing the A and B. Yep.
yeah, to the Barnum and Bailey.
And then it's very clear.
Yeah.
Very clear. Yes.
But a couple pictures, he was like, maybe.
Dude, that is priceless. And props.
Priceless.
What's your nephew's name?
I don't want to say.
I'm sorry. I didn't
No,
think
no,
about
no,
that.
no.
Give it up to nephew.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
a
yeah,
bad dude.
Yeah. I'm always trying to protect the innocent.
Understood, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool, man. Well, we just
Yeah.
got one of our first guests in here. You want to bring him in?
Oh yeah. I've known this guy for a while, man, and he hosts a podcast with Jay Yoder. Please welcome Albert Davis.
What's up, brother? We hug on this podcast or what?
I'm a hugger.
on this
I'm a
thing?
hugger.
This is camera.
Make sure at home, there's your mic.
This is the first time we did that,
up?
but okay.
What's that? What, hug? I was gonna hug?
Come sit down on the couch.
Yeah, dude.
All right, what's good, man?
Welcome, man. How was your set?
It was great.
Awesome,
Great
dude.
room. Some new jokes.
Okay.
It went very well.
Beautiful.
I like that. I
There was new people in the room, so
Yeah.
like literally half of them hadn't even been here before.
Well, there's a young lady did a really good job of filling that club up tonight.
Yeah.
Karen did a really good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, props,
Shout out to
Karen. Yeah.
Well, very well done.
Well
Karen.
done.
Yeah.
And a lot of them ate dinner here beforehand, so it was
Which
like
is great
amazing.
news.
Yeah.
Great news for you guys, yeah. A
Yeah.
Gatsby Pub in the house.
Yeah.
Great food.
Yeah.
Great club soda.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I'm on the club soda train.
My man.
You don't drink.
No, I'm a water and coconut water
You
guy.
don't drink? Do you drink too?
No, I drank.
Oh, you don't?
I just yeah.
I just hide it from everyone.
Well, no.
Alone at night.
No. If you watch the Toure episode, I do not hide it. Yeah.
There's podcast evidence that Joel does in fact
I
drink.
messed up. I was apologizing the next day.
Oh, were
we
you?
were editing out.
Dude, it's hilarious.
I was
It's
talking
hilarious.
trash.
Were you sipping during the podcast? Or were you-
Sipping?
Wasn't it the debut night of the cappuccino espressos?
Yeah.
And he was-
So it was.
Oh, you're
it
trying
was,
something new. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how much of a non-drinker is. It's the espresso martinis.
Yeah, what do you
shit.
think? Cappuccino
Cappuccino
espresso?
espressos. I just realized what I said. I just realized. Yeah, dude.
He had his pinky up.
Yeah, cappuccino. Yeah, that's like a Whopper Big Mac. What the fuck is that?
French fry hash brown.
yeah.
I've done that. I go to other places. I'm like, can I get the chicken McNuggets? Oh, I'm so sorry.
My bad.
My bad.
They get offended. They get hurt. They're like,
yeah. They're like, it's okay.
dude, whatever. I hate my job anyway.
Yeah.
I work in fast. I don't give a fuck.
We also don't have Frosties. How long have you been doing it? 6 years? 7 years?
It's probably 7, 8 years. Let's see how old my daughter's about to be fucking 9.
Wow.
So about 9 years. Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
That's awesome, dude.
Almost a
kids.
decade.
Almost a decade doing this comedy thing. Just randomly woke up and was like, you should be being creative. Go out there and fucking tell jokes to people.
That's where it kind of starts, I think, right?
Dude, that's
you're not-
awesome.
That's it.
Not that you're not happy with yourself, but you want to do something creative.
Right. Well, because you're a fan of creative shit, right?
Right.
You're a fan of I like comedy. You're a fan of Jamie Foxx. You're a fan of these people, and then Dave Chappelle, and then you see him in a movie, and then you're like, man, they're being creative. And then the older I got, the more I realized they're just a human being who tried.
Yeah.
I mean, probably a little more skilled in something, whatever. Maybe a little bit of luck. That's a human being who fucking tried. So I was like, you better go out and try before you get old and have nothing to show for it. And that's what happened.
That's so
Right.
cool, dude. Yeah, you start realizing the older you get that it's not some unattainable pipe
No,
dream. It's
no,
just you
you
got to
like-
just dive in and do it.
Exactly. And I think that comes with age, though.
Yeah, it does. For some people.
big.
Now, how a guy like Chappelle or Eddie Murphy get on stage at 15 years old with that
Right,
the nerve
right,
there,
right, yeah.
or Pete Davidson or any of them,
Yeah.
you
Right.
know, that's amazing to me because I had to figure out that I was worth something.
Right.
Yeah. Well, but doing it at a young age is insane because you still care too much what other people think
Dude,
about it.
yeah, that's hard with
And it's not
comedy,
the people in the
especially.
stands. It's your friends, it's
Yeah.
your teachers, it's your neighbors. It's
Oh,
what
yeah.
they think about you. Yeah.
Great point.
So to be
Dude.
15 and be like, I don't give a fuck.
I say that all the time. I go, the only time I'm ever going to get nervous on stage is in front of friends, family, or anyone that knows my mom.
That's it. That's it.
Because this can get back to her. Be like, why
She's
is
gonna
Joel
hear
doing?
things.
He does this for a living. He's a pretty big dude. He's not starving.
He's doing it very successfully, also. But yeah, right? I mean, it's successful. You're killing it. Soul Joel's is killing it. I mean, look at that room out there. It's
Yeah,
fucking
but
big.
that's why I got into producing.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm not relying on myself up there.
that's like me. I always say if I didn't have a family, I'd have an OnlyFans account.
By the way, no homo, but I can see it.
Also, lady fans of Soul Joel's, this guy is probably the most athletically gifted comic we'll have on this podcast,
geez, too
which I'm
kind.
going to bring up too.
Yeah. By the way, the only guy to sit on the couch and not look bad.
You
I got my
and
legs
Joel's
crossed.
sister, who sat like a cat,
Yeah.
are the only two people to ever look comfortable on this
Yeah,
thing.
I mean, I got the legs. I'm at this age now. This is how you tell how old people are, right? People sit like this. They sit
Yep.
like this.
Yep.
I'm over here now. I'm got the high cross here.
Nice,
Kind
nice.
of like a nut crunching type of thing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Fuck cares.
Easing towards your 40s. Yeah.
Well, I actually do it because it makes my lower back feel better. So yes,
God.
yeah. Getting
I'm
in
sitting
your
here going like, how do I look? How do I look? How do I look? I feel like a fourth grade portrait. Be like head tilted like this. Tilt up. No, just hold it.
with the laser. Remember they had the laser beams in the background. That's
This
what we
can't
need.
miss.
That's what we need. We need laser beams. You don't need.
Yeah, make sure we're sitting correctly.
And every picture, the point was to show which teeth you were missing
Yeah,
that year.
exactly. Yeah, you just had a snargle tooth and fucking smile.
So one of the things I wanted to talk about, Jay, I don't know if you've ever seen this stuff, but I was talking to him about it earlier because you know me with the research.
Yeah.
So one of the things I found was on his Instagram, a post from like 8-9 years ago where he's at.
Oh, you went scrolling.
Oh, dude, I love doing this shit. You know me.
yeah.
And
Scrolling and trolling.
Did I even know it was there? Yeah.
Yeah.
he's doing. What was the place you were at?
I think it's Sky Zone.
Sky
Those are
Zone.
Trampoline parks. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Every kid's at a fucking trampoline
Very familiar.
Dude, 45-second slow-mo video.
Slow-mo,
of
bro.
Albert. Normal size, regulation size ball, I think, or close to it. Maybe girls' college size ball, but it was a decent normal ball.
I got big hands.
Yeah,
brother.
dude, you can handle it. And
Now you gotta say pause. Everyone says pause. Everyone pause. I don't.
Mitts.
I don't pause.
I like
yeah,
mitts.
mitts. Yeah, I got mitts. Mitts sounds like you hurt females, but yeah. That's,
Oh, dude, this whole time, I don't know what's wrong with my hearing today. I thought he was saying pause. Like, let's everybody get the joke. Big dick. Now move on. Oh, pause, mitts, hands. It's all related. Now he pauses.
you did get me to pause with that pause.
Sorry, I was on a different page.
Dude, that was great. So he's on this trampoline thing that culminates in a basketball net.
yes.
And
That is above 10 feet. That's not a 10 foot
Yeah,
rim.
that's like
that's like a 12-foot rim.
it's got, it was
fucking high.
way
Yeah.
up there, dude. Way
Yeah,
up
yeah.
there.
I'm
Above regulation.
Yeah,
but you're
yeah,
also
yeah.
on a
On a
trampoline.
trampoline, so
Oh,
it doesn't fucking
yeah,
matter.
it counterbalances, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But dude, 45 seconds of
Just
bounce.
bouncing like
3 bounces. It was like a triple jump almost,
Yeah.
without the triple jump technique. Just 3 bounces. And then through the legs, slam down dunk like he's freaking Michael Jordan of the trampoline.
Whoa.
Dude,
Badass.
I go to those places to show every dad what I'm about. Like, yeah. I have a good daughter here, but watch this. So listen, this is actually funny. We were there not
This
too
is
long
actually funny. The rest of my stories, maybe not, but this one, guaranteed.
we were there like a couple of weeks ago, and there was a guy there, and he was trying to do that.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And now my daughter's older, so she knows. Like, she's like, "Can you do that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, watch." So the guy hands me the ball, and he goes, "You can do it, bro. I almost got it." And I'm thinking to myself, this motherfucker has no idea. So I did that
Dude,
same
are you
thing,
kidding
and he
me?
was like,
Half
"Whoa."
black.
Yeah, like read the fucking. Come on. You got bald. Of course, I got some black in me. Jesus Christ.
Get out of here.
And this guy, I think this guy was more impressed than my daughter. He was like, "Whoa!"
That's awesome.
What part of this surprised you?
but and then he was a shorter fella, a little on the stout side, and probably, hasn't moved much in his.
He underestimated the
Yeah,
kid.
underestimated. And I had to show him, you know what I mean? And then I like walked by, I was like, here, I like flipped him the ball, like, I was like, here you go. And he was just like, I should have signed it for him because he was in awe of me.
That's so funny, man. That would have been the Instagram post.
But I go to those things. I'm sweat. I go hard, man. I get
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I feel like my daughter's 8. She's not going to be a kid. She's not going to want me hanging around and doing shit.
I was just about to say, she still wants to hang out with you.
You better get
Those
in
are
that phone
priceless
pit,
moments.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, does it smell in there? Fuck yeah. Is there
Yeah.
dried
Yeah.
up piss on those things? Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But you only got probably like 2 more years.
Oh, yeah.
Before she's like, you're going to come and pick me and my friends up from the mall in 2 hours.
We're not going to make eye contact. I'm going to be
I don't
on
know
social
you.
media.
Exactly. So you get in that fucking phone pit, man. You figure it out.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That's
That's how I
great,
do
dude.
it,
That's
yeah.
so cool, man.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
That's the way to do it.
And that's a good segue into talking about your pod a little bit, man, because
Yeah.
your pod is great, dude. I love
Yeah.
this week. This week's up, I think, is Steve Rinaldi, right? Isn't
Rinaldi-
that still the
Rinaldi
current
was
app?
up, yeah, and then we just filmed one with my old man.
What?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Big
Seriously, Dad?
Al. Seriously?
Yeah.
Which-
Which is such a cool, like, creative title because no one's had that angle
Yeah.
on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, me and Yoder, we're road dogging, we're driving here, driving there, going to shows. And you'd think we just talk about comedy in the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
We talk about comedy for like 3, 4, 5 minutes, and then it's on to the kids.
Oh, that's
We talk
cool.
about the fucking kids. So I just look over, I go, we should probably just do a podcast about parenting. And he was like, yeah. Like, very seamless. And then next thing you know, we started doing a podcast about parenting. And that's it.
Next thing you know, you're in Neil Wood's studio.
Shout out to Neil.
Basement. Yeah. just Drop 10 Studios. Just swinging. You know, podcasting it's easy, but to be good at it is challenging.
Yeah.
Anyone can pick up the mics and just talk.
Yep.
To come up with good things, to have good chemistry, it's harder than it looks.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? That's why there's good podcasts and there's shitty ones, and a lot of it is who you're listening to and what they're saying.
There's
so.
great, like, successful people that have very bad podcasts.
Yeah,
You know?
oh, yeah.
So
Yeah. So
That explains the posture. Listen, I know how to get views.
yeah, exactly. My acting coach taught me this one. No, that is a serious joke. That's a serious joke. And you just mentioned great, successful people. I don't know if we're that yet, but hopefully, you know, we're working towards it. You know, Jay's a funny guy. I think I'm a funny guy. We work hard, and but the podcast is fun because you connect with like dudes like Rinaldi.
Yeah.
Over parenting, and you realize we all have this thing in common: is we just want these little motherfuckers to grow up and be good people.
It's a cool angle on things, and I'm a single guy with no kids. I love the pod.
Same.
You know?
Yeah.
That's why we bonded.
Yeah, hey.
That's where our chemistry comes from.
Yeah.
Guess who doesn't have a time that we have to be home?
Yeah, right.
Maybe we are gay, but we don't know it yet.
You'll find out. You'll find out. Keep on
Single at
drinking
60
those,
we'll
keep on
revisit.
drinking those cappuccino
Yikes.
whatevers, and you're gonna find out.
Is Alan still laughing?
That's awesome, dude. I love it.
But yeah, then it came together, and that's it. That's podcasting, baby.
Yeah, it's good shit, man. It really is. I
What about
enjoyed
you?
it.
How'd you get this thing flying? I mean, first
Dude,
of all, your studio is amazing.
Jesse.
Yeah, credit to Jesse, man.
Okay.
I was a guest on Jesse's pod, and he was like, "Dude, why aren't you doing it?" And I was like, "Well, I used to." And I was like, I couldn't. Now with everything I'm doing, couldn't produce
Right.
and host and then market it.
Yeah.
I had to cut something out.
Yep.
So he's like, "Well, I'll produce it." I go, "Well, then you got yourself a podcast."
Nice.
And I asked him, I go, because he's got his music background and knows comedy.
Yeah.
And who else has a guy that wears a Eagles jersey 100% of the time?
Yeah, that is actually true. I don't know if I've ever seen you wear anything other than
And you
shorts
won't.
and an Eagle jersey.
And you won't, except maybe in January I'll concede to some jeans.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cargo pants? You cargo pant guy?
No, I'm a jeans man.
Okay, all
Jeans
right.
man. Yeah.
All right.
Yep. And pretty much the same jeans I wore in the 80s and 90s. Like, you know what I mean? I don't
the same pair
I don't,
or
I don't
like the
adjust
same
to the
cut?
time. No, the same cut. I don't adjust to the times at all.
And I don't know if you've eyeballed him, but he does have some.
He's got the New Balance on, which
Bro.
that is dad shit right there. And you have the crunch down socks.
That is a personal recommendation from Bobby Kelly.
Nothing says hello, ladies.
Bobby Kelly told me fat men need these shoes.
They are
And-
comfortable.
Yeah.
They are
And
comfortable.
and I was 40 pounds heavier when I got these shoes. So
You know, sneakers. The uglier the sneakers are, which those aren't ugly sneakers, but like the running sneakers are like
Yeah, yeah.
ugly.
Oh, yeah.
The most comfortable.
right.
Oh, yeah.
The most comfortable.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, my back doesn't hurt, but I look like a dick. And then everyone always goes back to wearing the uncomfortable sneakers.
Yeah.
But dude, you get you some like Sauconys or some New Balance, some Brooks. They're ugly, but your back is gonna love you for them.
Yeah, dude, it's been good. And once I crossed like 45, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Now you don't have the Monarchs though. That's the dad shoe.
Oh, I don't know the
big-
Monarchs
New
yet.
Balance- Is it Nike Monarchs?
Okay.
Yeah, that's the dad shoe.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't wear those yet.
This is the single big guy shoe, I guess.
Perfect. Yeah.
Looking good on you, brother.
Thank you, man.
We
Thank
appreciate you coming on, man.
Thanks for having me.
you. Albert, it's a freaking pleasure, man.
Oh, yeah.
Always a
Plug all
pleasure.
your socials and.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Albert
please.
Davis _4th is my Instagram. Seriously Dad on Instagram. All the links are there, and you can catch me doing shows just about everywhere. And I'll be here in the middle of next month.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
October 21st.
Come
with,
see this man. He
Anthony
is funny,
DeVito.
funny. Who's he opening
Thank
up
you.
for?
Anthony DeVito.
No shit. That's a
Yeah,
great
yeah.
show. Come see that shit.
match.
What's the
Yeah,
date
yeah.
again?
Oh, actually, it's October 19th, the Thursday night. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Boom. Come see that show. I will be here. I'm not missing
I
that.
always want to ask you that. I always have this
How
question.
do I
and
keep
now-
my dates confused?
No. But you actually do a good job of keeping your dates lined up. Do you match up the host And like, is that like putting together a roster for a team, or do you just go? I like this
Kind of,
comic.
yeah. And actually, he's bringing someone else to. Oh, he's bringing Phil Hunt to open for him, but it was Peter. I let the headliner.
Not Mike.
Yeah, I let him bring up whoever he would want to drive down with. But
You
yeah,
got the
it's
road
all the time. Like I've gotten it where some people are commenting, going, "Oh my God, how many more white comics can they get on the show?" And I go, "All right." First,
That's a tough.
first of all, Betty Smithsonian.
Well, yeah, you know, I know what you mean. It's like,
Yeah.
It's like, why are we going there? It's
No,
because-
and we're cool now. But
Yeah.
she, what happened was it was Dan Callahan, Brendan Donegan, Richie Berner, Mark Riccadonna at an Irish pub on South Street.
who are all friends.
They are all friends, and it was for St. Patrick's Day.
It's the only day white people get to have a good time. I mean, what the fuck? And I feel bad about it. It's the only day you guys get to do that.
Half of you can understand this.
I totally understand. And if you said, "Hey Albert, you want to go do an Irish pub on St. Patty's Day with a bunch of Irish drunk people?" I'd be like, "No, bro, thank you, but I'm not fucking going."
But the weird thing is that I looked at her because I didn't know who she was, and she was going, ugh. And I go, first of all, I don't know who you are, so I know you don't do this for full time. This is how I pay my bills. Second of all, don't comment publicly on this because I just put you on the do not book list.
Yep.
Yeah.
And second of all, I just clicked on her profile. She had an all-female comedy festival.
Right.
Are
So-
you kidding?
Right, so it
I go,
goes-
that's the same thing.
Can she spell hypocrite?
Yeah.
It is the same thing. And I mean, it doesn't. That doesn't bother me all that much, but I know some people it bothers a ton.
Yeah.
Put on whatever shows you want to put on.
Yeah, just make sure it's funny. But
I think that's the
but I
most
do
important.
I do have that in mind now where I'm like I have the comics where I'm like, oh, they don't have the same style. Like what would be like just whatever storytelling or short or like whatever it is. Someone I had a guitar act coming.
Okay.
And they're like, hey, so this person should. I go, no. I go, that's going to be 2 guitar acts.
Can't do it.
I go, that's
Yeah.
too much. I go,
Yeah.
it's rare.
Yeah.
More than one a month is kind of crazy. That's
all
coming
the
from a
same show.
musician.
That's true.
Yeah.
yeah. But I think that the matchup and is one of the most important things. It's like basketball. Like it's all about the matchup. If the host compliments the opener, compliments the hell, you had a great show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do it, we're like, oh, he's a good comic, but there's no flow.
Doesn't always flow, yeah.
It's like there was good comedians, but the show wasn't that good.
Right.
But you matched. You always do. So I was always wondering, is it just luck, or are you like
Nah,
looking
he
at
puts
this going,
thought
I'm
into it.
trying
this
to
guy
look
goes
at it
with this
now.
guy,
Yeah, I wasn't always, but now, yeah, I definitely look at it and try to match energies and knowing too that I want to make sure all the comics can follow each other too.
Yeah.
I've had that. Where I'm like, ooh,
Oh boy, yeah.
oh boy,
He's
Yeah,
gonna
see.
follow. She's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah,
follow
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I guess we'll
underestimated the
figure
energy.
it out. Yeah. All right. Well, that was my final question.
Yeah,
I know you
good
got
dude.
other people to see. Thanks for having me,
Dude, thank you,
Thanks for
man.
having me on the stage.
what a
Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah.
Check out Soul Joel's. Check out Gatsby's Pub. It's a beautiful place. And
Thank you,
I'll
brother.
be here as well.
Thank you, Albert. What a pleasure, man.
All right, now we welcome on Ice Jackson.
How'd your set go over in the Melody Room, man?
I think it went well, man. Everybody seems to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Can't be mad. It's a great room. It's a great
Thanks, man.
room you're running, man.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
man.
Much appreciated.
Is this your first time here? Have you
my
been here
first
before?
time, well, my first time here in this seat, but I've
Yeah.
performed here before. I've done the open mic plenty of times. So.
Right on. Because I get
Yeah.
up to the mic sporadically, so I haven't met
But
you.
he started in Royersford. Where
Oh, you were on a Rofo open
Yeah, you were
micer.
living outside
Dig
the
that.
area, right?
Okay,
Then
I
you
didn't
moved
realize
back.
that,
So
man.
I'm from Florida, actually. I mean, I still keep
Okay.
a home in Florida, but
Wow.
I'm up here working so much. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's become like a second home at this point.
Okay.
So.
Have you performed down there as well?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What are the biggest differences you see? Because I've done some shows down there too.
Well, I'm from Tallahassee, so typically I'm performing in that area, which is
So you're a big Gators fan.
I love them. Those bastards. Can I cuss? I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
Yes. No, you're obviously a Florida State fan, right?
I'm a Florida State
I just want to
fan.
let you know that I was joking.
I went to Florida A&M University.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right on.
Oh, all right.
Right on.
You just happen to live in Tallahassee.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, went to college there and just stayed there.
Oh, Florida A&M is there as well?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I didn't realize that. Dude, it's a really, so I dated a girl there.
Did you really?
The only part that I didn't like was that flying from here to there, it was 2 flights. So you
Oh,
not
that's a
a lot
pain
of
in the
direct.
ass, yeah.
You had to either fly into
Yeah.
Atlanta or Charlotte. Yeah, you know. Yeah.
Yep.
Unless you're probably
Absolutely.
driving, which I'm probably
The crazy
done.
thing about it is if you land in Charlotte, you'll land at like A terminal and you have to go to E. You'll never land where you
Oh yeah.
you have to run across the airport.
Everything's gotta work
knock
smoothly.
Over old ladies,
Sprinting through like
Yeah,
OJ.
Yeah.
pump babies. Yes, absolutely.
The thing I noticed the most between performing up here and performing down there is Northeast, we're aggressive.
Yeah.
So down there, they're like, whoa. First of all, and that's without coffee. You got to slow it down.
True.
I know, like, we already talk fast as it is.
Yeah.
So you got to really talk slow down there.
South Florida, I hear threesome jokes go over really well.
They, well, I think this is like the main thing. I guess you kind of have to earn your grace to be dirty down there.
Oh,
more.
interesting.
Okay.
When you are doing comedy in the Northeast, everybody comes ready to hear
A little edge.
Yeah.
That's fair to say.
Yeah, and I've had to learn that lesson the hard way by opening up with the filthiest jokes possible and having the audience like, and then having to win them back. You know what I mean? It doesn't always work. So bombing is great though. As a comedian, you have to bomb, man.
Oh, yeah. Anybody says they haven't bombed, they're delusional.
Yeah.
Dude, we don't do this much. Do you have a good bomb story?
Me?
Yeah. Lay it on us. I love a good bomb story, man. I love a good bomb tale.
This is what we came for.
So okay,
Ice,
you know,
ice.
I bombed 2 times. I bombed 1 time in Florida really bad, and I bombed 1 time up here actually. So
Oh, yeah, dude.
I'll tell my up here story.
All right.
So the first joke, you know, I'm
Where
opening
where
up with
were
the
you?
joke. I was in Reading.
Okay.
Okay.
I was in Reading. This is probably 2015.
Yeah.
2016. I opened up, and my first joke is a joke about how the 1 to 10 scale, that race attractiveness, doesn't count. There's only one number that really counts, and that's how long after a woman's been dead would you still have sex with.
Dude, he couldn't even say without laughing through it.
For example, and so I followed up with this. For example, if I was having sex with Halle Berry and she died right in the middle of us having sex, my first thought would be, oh my God, somebody's gonna have to clean so much cum out of this body. 'Cause there's no way I'm stopping this Halle Berry. I open with that.
Oh boy.
I open with that. And the audience is like,
Are you guys not Halle Berry fans? Do you not know who she is?
Real quick, are you hosting, featuring, headlining? Where in the mix are you?
no, I'm the first,
the
like
first.
opening
You're
act.
the
Yeah.
first of the night.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Do you not know Mrs. David Justice? I mean, I get
was
it.
my opening.
Yeah.
And I spent the rest of my set trying to win them back, and they were like, no, you're just going to have to sit in this silence and this
Oh boy.
Wow.
admonish. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Dude, 'cause-
priceless,
'cause
man.
you also look like you might be a problem. I mean,
I'm a teddy bear.
no, I get it. But if people are like, he's bullying us into laughing, this is uncomfortable.
Laugh, damn it. Necrophilia's funny.
Yeah, this could go either way. It might not be Halle Berry, but it comes across like he might have killed a bitch.
So the good thing about comedians in this area, though, is
Yeah.
they didn't alienate me after that.
Okay.
Everybody else on the show came to me, yeah.
What's up, Berks County?
Yeah. They're like, yeah, some of those jokes you have to earn. They have to. The weird thing about comedy is, even though people come to hear jokes, you still
Yeah.
have to kind of like charm them into liking you.
Yeah.
And that's the advice that I got. You have to charm them before you start really throwing those.
Right, because you're smiling. You're saying this all while smiling and laughing.
Yes.
You're very likable.
Thank you. Thank
But
you.
but you're talking about fucking and killing.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't say anything about killing. You just said if they happen to
they
die.
happen to die,
A very
right.
important distinction.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's paint ourselves a scenario.
Again, it's about 20 to 40 years in prison difference.
They take your comedy class. You're like, comedy comes from the truth.
The sentence
close
they're
to
gonna have
home,
to clean
sorry.
so much come out of this body is just hard to take in general. You know what I mean?
No, I hear you.
Even if
That's a rough cup of coffee.
If your job was to clean come out of bodies and somebody said you have to clean come out of that body, you'd be like,
Yeah.
that's what you're getting paid for. What are you?
I think people
balking at?
in their minds, they're like, this is the first comedian? Who's next?
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
So did you open with that tonight?
It killed. Yep. This is
It's all about
Pottstown.
changing the words around.
All Pottstown people, they're like, we've been there.
Yeah, they just nod their
my
heads
bitch
and
kicked a bucket
agree.
last week.
This guy knows what it's like to live in the 19464.
Oh,
my
shoot, that's
God,
great, man.
Yeah.
So you don't do the joke anymore?
I don't. You know what? Reframed it works well because now I have more experience.
Yeah.
And I can tell people, you guys want to hear about the time I bombed?
Yeah.
And by then they're on my side. And if I'm doing well, it kind of, I guess, shows me in a different light.
Yeah.
You know
Right
what I
on,
mean?
right on. Yeah. That makes
Do you
a
say
lot
like
of sense.
Tony Braxton? Do you like change the name?
Whoever's hot, whoever's
If the
like
crowd's
big girl at
over
the time.
60.
Chiffon too.
Yeah, man. I need to start bringing it back and just making it the it girl, whoever's at the time.
So then, what was your bomb in Florida?
Yeah, let's hear both,
Oh,
bro.
man. My
Did you
mom,
say I live up north?
I'm a Yankee.
they're like,
Yeah.
what Tar Nation?
Yeah, this guy's a traitor.
No, so what happened is I was on a show in Quincy, Florida, which is, well, very west of Tallahassee. Almost to the next town.
So we're pushing into Alabama.
We're putting-
This is like the redneck part of Florida?
this is, it's North Florida.
Okay.
Tallahassee, I mean, the school I went to was a black school, it's an HBCU, so
Yep.
it has a good mixed population because there's a college, but North Florida in general,
I think Northwest gets real rednecky, if I remember right.
exactly.
Okay.
The Alabama-Florida line. Right?
Yeah.
Wait. I just messed that up. Florida, Alabama. Wait, what is it? What do they call
Well,
it?
you're actually correct. It's just the band is called Florida,
Florida,
Alabama.
Georgia, the band is Florida.
Florida, Georgia.
Florida, Georgia.
Right.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's not much better over there now. The Alabama-Florida line.
Similar
No,
context.
it's all it's sophisticated
I
there.
stink. Go ahead, buddy.
So I'm on stage,
Yeah.
okay, and I'm dying. I mean, I can't really remember the material, but nothing is working. I mean, for some reason, the lights on stage are so bright that I can't see the showrunner giving me the light.
Oh,
So
boy.
I just keep going through my set like I'm just hell bent on trying to get a laugh out of this audience.
Thanks, Jeff.
And they're not laughing at all. And after about 5 minutes over the light, the showrunner has to come on stage. He
Oh,
comes
boy.
on stage.
He's got the cane.
Oh, man.
Trying to hook you. Wait. Did he go like this and just
Yeah.
ask for the
Yeah,
microphone?
he tapped me on the back and he said, "Hey, man." And I turned around like startled, and he's like, "You got to go." And I was like, "Oh, shit."
Wow.
And he's such a good guy. The guy
Yeah.
who did it, I know him, a great guy, but he had to do what he had to
Yeah,
do.
yep.
You know?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, my bad, everybody." Like, I apologize to the whole audience. Like,
That's priceless, man.
Dude, that happened my first
Dude, that's
ever
a tough
open
one.
mic because I didn't know what the light was.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to do 10 minutes.
And people just expect you to know these things.
Yeah,
like,
you don't know
from
where
day
it's
one.
coming from. And now that I understand, like comics are always asking, like, hey, where's the light going to come from? So they can look in that direction.
Yeah, right.
But I was supposed to do 10. I think I did like 14. So I went 40% more than I was supposed to. And 10 minutes is already enough time.
Yeah.
Too much for your first time. So I can understand what that felt like.
yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Startled, you're like, oh my gosh.
You got to go.
You
And I
apologize to the whole
and I
audience.
apologized, so I was like, "I'm sorry, everybody." And I
Normally,
got on stage and
thanks
I-
so much. You guys have been great. You're like,
Dude,
I'm sorry.
that's great one, man. That is a good one.
my
I like
God.
that story.
Yeah, so those are like the two worst times that I've bombed. You know.
Freaking priceless, man.
But it makes you a better comedian. You got to go through it.
No, because you know what that feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I always compare wrestling. I wrestled in high school, wrestled in college, to comedy. Because you're
Right.
out there by yourself. You know, you can have friends, team members, but you're out there by yourself, man.
In a singlet.
In a singlet, right?
It's my usual attire for comedy. I just
That- yeah.
what I wear. You caught me on an off night in this. Huh?
I was going to say that big dick energy, but I kind of said it about Albert, but you know, here we go.
Singlet comedy. There's a theme.
Yeah.
Doesn't somebody around here do like a naked comedy show? I think it's over
Oh.
in Philly somewhere. Yeah.
I know the Zach Amico's been doing the naked roast for a long time.
Up in New York.
Okay.
I didn't know. Really?
But I don't know about Philly naked.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, send me the avails.
I mean, come on. fill in a brother. Let's go.
Yeah, not Joel. You can watch.
Yeah, when are we booking this in the Melody Room, bro?
Yeah. Keep your clothes on.
Oh man,
Wait, have you done that?
I haven't done it. No, I
That would have been a story.
Because I was like, dude, that should be up the top of the story list. Because that is that's top level crazy. I heard there's a game show now in England where they're all naked. It's coming out. It's on HBO Max.
Okay. Hell,
Yeah, and I'm like, it shouldn't be a little mystery.
interesting.
In the dating
interesting
game?
times.
yeah, Naked and Afraid. You've seen that?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The survival
That's-
show where
that's
you're
not
naked.
like a
man.
real dating
That's
show.
like serious naked.
Yeah.
That's like bugs in
You know,
crevices
when I
naked.
think about shows like that, I'm like, I couldn't do that. I'd like just have an erection the whole time. But then I think about all the times that I've like been like terrified and my dick stopped working for like 3 days, and I'm like, no, I'll be good. Like I
I thought he was gonna say 3 minutes. Now you made me sad.
I thought I got a girl pregnant once.
Oh,
And,
boy.
buddy, what
I was
happened?
like, oh my God, I can't. I'm the stupidest man ever.
You found Jesus?
I couldn't. It didn't work for like 3 days. I was so shook up about the thought of having this girl pregnant. I was like, I threw like condoms out the way. It was so dramatic.
Wait, you
I was
threw?
like, I'm never using these again. Ah.
These failed me.
And then like a week later, I met another chick, and I drove past that same spot, and I was like, maybe they're still in the grass. I'm looking.
Oh, what a savage!
I need them.
So you're over that now.
I haven't found those condoms yet. I'm still looking. The
Well,
search continues.
No, but the girl's not pregnant, and you're like,
no, she's
you're
not
dating
pregnant.
again.
Yeah, yeah. And I
dick works.
recovered. Yep, I recovered.
You're like,
I
not many
bounced
people.
back.
They don't sell Magnums, so I gotta get those back.
Throw 'em up. They caught the air like a parachute and floated away. It was.
like the paratrooper thing you used to throw up, right? Oh shit.
So how often do you go back and forth? Florida
between
to
and
here.
So typically, like around holidays, I'll take like an extended break from work, and because I still work a regular 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And I'll go home for maybe 2 weeks.
Okay.
Anywhere from a week to 2 weeks, and just hang out and.
So your family and stuff lives down there.
Yep. My dad's in Florida. My mom's in Tennessee.
Okay.
In Florida.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Do you got family up here too, or no?
No family up here.
So what brought you up here?
Work.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. And I've been working on projects in this area probably 7 years or so now.
Okay.
It's different areas in the region, Reading, Hamburg, and out in Jersey, down in Maryland. So I've kind of gotten familiar with the whole area.
I saw you've been down to Lancaster for the Lizard Lounge open mic
Oh,
at one
yeah,
point.
yeah.
That's where I'm from, so it's caught my eye.
Yes. I love. Well, it's POV now. When I
Yep,
first
exactly.
started doing comedy,
Yep.
it was the Lizard Lounge.
Yep.
I loved it. I love both those spots actually.
Right on.
There's some good people there.
Yeah. There's some good crew from Alan Massenberg from Lancaster. He's one of the big
I
guns
just
from.
did his podcast. Him and Kirk Griffiths.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, Proper Ebonics. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great, man. Alan, we love Alan. Alan just filmed a special here.
Yeah.
Was that
Yeah.
2 weekends ago now or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great.
I missed this special because I went home. That was like over Labor Day.
Yeah.
I when I was home, I booked a gig in Alabama. So I drove to Alabama. You know, I was to tell the story properly. I was wearing a pink shirt. It was a pink shirt with pink flowers on it. Okay.
Strike 1, 2, and 3.
Buddies right here. The Pink Brothers right here. I like it.
But I don't know if that's what I would wear if going to Alabama. Listen, fruitcake from Pennsylvania.
Yankee wearing
Time
pink.
out here,
Yeah.
boy. Exactly. That. Welcome to Alabama, man.
I was joking, but back to you.
So I get to Alabama and I stop to get gas before I go to the gig.
Oh.
And I'm at a gas pump, and there's a guy on the other side, an older white guy. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Both pumping gas.
Yeah,
And he
which I'm
stops.
sure is relevant to the
That's-
story.
it's very- And he says, "I might get my ass kicked, but I got to say something."
Wait, he opened with that.
Yeah.
He said that.
Yeah, he said
Yeah.
that to me, and I'm like, "Oh God, what the hell is he about to say?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "I don't see how a guy as big and strong as you could wear a pink shirt like that. It's emasculating. I wish just men would be men." And kind of goes on this kind of old school rant like that.
You're like,
And I replied to him, "What? Who said that? Where did you go?" Because he was wearing camouflage, and I just wanted to stick it
Nice.
there.
very smart joke.
Nice.
Let's see if this racist redneck gets that.
I wanted to let him know that we're both making poor fashion choices. Don't judge me for my shit.
It's awesome. Good response. Man. That's good
Wait,
shit.
what could we tell the rest of the story or no?
That was it. I don't think he got it. I think it went over his head.
Oh yeah, so you won, hands down. Yeah, you finished filling up and left.
Yeah.
Oh, good for you, man.
The Battle of Wits had a clear winner.
That guy probably walked away like, what just happened?
Yeah, what the hell just happened?
Just blended in with the Circle K and his camouflage and.
Never to be seen again.
Dude, well, thanks for coming on the pod. That was great.
Oh, yeah,
that
man.
was a mic drop,
Oh,
brother.
I love it, Ice. Hey, really good to meet
plug
you,
all
man.
plug all your socials.
Dirty Dry Ice, Twitter, Instagram. I do a travel show called Give Us the Strength. My Facebook
Oh,
page
yeah, I
is
saw
Give Us
that.
the Strength. And yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and I'll be in tomorrow. I'm heading to Finger Lakes Comedy Festival in
Okay.
Ithaca.
Oh, dude, good, man.
October, I think the 18th through the 20th or 21st, I'll be in Chattanooga for the Lookout Comedy Festival.
Okay.
And then in November, I'll be in Greenville, South Carolina for the New South Comedy Festival.
Very
nice,
cool.
man.
Catch me there. I
Dude,
guess.
come back and tell us about all those festivals. And,
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
In a
man.
pink shirt.
Yeah.
You guys are the
Appreciate you,
greatest, man.
Thanks, man.
Dude,
Much
Thank you, brother.
appreciated.
Yeah.
Good to finally meet you, man. I feel
Yeah.
like I should have a long time ago.
Likewise.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, what's up, brother? How you
Good to
doing?
see you, man.
Good to see you. The man, the myth.
This is the guy from the other side of the pump in Alabama.
Joel. God damn it, Joel. God damn it. You caught me right off guard. Funny. God.
Oh, yikes.
And Mark
dude, there
Mark
could be-
Stoudenmeyer, ladies
Yeah,
and gentlemen,
yeah,
before we
yeah.
get too
I'm
far off
joking.
in the
no, it's
weeds
good
here.
because people might confuse me with Ice Jackson. So it's good to introduce me. They were like, oh, another
Or
masculine,
Albert
strong-
Davis, perhaps.
Yeah, true.
But let me tell you, 2 out of 3 is not bad with a big dick energy. Talk to me, Marky.
Joel hasn't met me. He's saying that.
So anyway, what have you been up to?
Dude, do your show, man, dude. First of all, first of all, there could not be more going on right now in this place. There's trivia, there's a bar, there's comedy. I didn't make it to the other side.
The other side, there's a guy playing the organ.
Oh my
A
god.
night with Ursula.
A night with
Jeez,
Ursula.
Well, this is what Pottstown needs. Pottstown, but this is good. It's good that
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
exactly
Potts, yeah, I mean, it's, you know.
Yeah. No.
This is good. This is
Agreed.
here. This is good. This is here. But I'm also glad he make it to the speaking because last time you guys had me doing the podcast in the parking lot. So I'm glad to make it back into Joel's sex dungeon back here. Oh, I'm now made to the casting couch for Joel.
Oh, someone came in swinging.
We'll be releasing the GIMP from the closet after your
Well,
segment.
the rumor is that for every girl Joel brings back, he puts a cask on the wall. Somebody say, "Oh boy, wait, Alan, that's yours, I think, right there."
Running out of room.
Jay Black did think they were filled with cum.
Hilarious. And we didn't do the parking lot. We were in the Charleston room. It was a 3-walled room.
At least 10 feet from the parking lot.
Yeah, you're like, oh, Joel's finally indoors. Kind of.
A 3-walled room.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude! But
Yeah.
no, it's good to be here. You have such a cool place here. And
Thanks,
it's-
man.
No, I don't even know how, dude. I don't even know how you do it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
well,
everything.
you're not wrong with saying I barely sleep. Yeah, but I pass out. I wake up, my phone not plugged in. Lucky my alarm even went off. Going, oh, I don't even remember falling asleep.
Are you here 7 days? Like, are you now? Don't lie to me. Are you here 7 days a week?
you
well,
are
I'm not gonna
now.
lie to you, yes.
Oh wow.
So I'm not. I don't have events every Sunday, and then Monday I come in for the morning show, and I'm out by 10, and I have the rest of that day off.
Jeez Louise, dude.
Yeah,
That is
but
incredible.
I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and we're getting there.
Dude, it's packed. It's packed. The 7 for 7 was packed. tonight,
Packed.
so-
Yeah. Well, thank you, Karen Schwartz.
Yeah. Thank you, Karen Schwartz.
Yeah, she'll be on in a little bit.
Yeah. No, I love Karen. I love Karen. So, but
Yeah,
no,
but that whole table, they came for dinner. I was telling Steve Rinaldi, man, it's great, man. That's how it all happens, and
Yeah.
hopefully they come back. I mean, you know how it is
sure.
producing shows, man.
Well, I mean, this my caliber of show producing is not at this level. I mean, if the stage wobbles, you're on a Mark Stallmeyer show.
Well, that brings us to Alan's notes.
By the way, look at Alan, dude. Look at Alan. No wonder Alan wears shorts. Look at those legs. You're a big dude, and you got like the nimblest legs. Look at those things.
That's another thing we have in common. Single, never been married.
Nimble legs.
Yeah, yeah, we're top heavy.
By the way, this is now the second time I've only seen Alan 2 times, and he still wears that jersey. I'm starting to think that like,
Oh,
do you
wait,
go to
was he
funerals
wearing
with
a
just a
number one
jersey
jersey?
with a bow tie on it or
You
something?
will never see me without an Eagles jersey. It's
What do you do at
365.
funerals? Just wear the jersey underneath the sports coat?
If they don't allow Eagles jerseys, I don't attend. No, I'm kidding. I will throw on a suit for a funeral, but it's been a long time since I've had to
wow.
worry
Oh,
about that. Thank goodness.
seriously? Because I didn't think you will.
Well, as I always said, when I cross 50, I tell everybody it's take it or leave it with the jersey. So I'm 49. I got 49. They got till May to die. After that, I'm showing up in jerseys.
Well, I didn't mean your funeral.
Oh, I'll be in an Eagles jersey in the casket for sure,
boy.
pal. Nobody would recognize me if I wasn't.
Oh my gosh.
By the way, I don't know because I've liked Soul Joel's on Facebook, which I recommend everybody does, but I get the sponsored ads with like you talking about everyone thinks he's black because of Soul Joel. And I was like, it doesn't help that he's flashing gang symbols in the promo of the.
Dude, that's yeah.
That's so funny.
I don't know why I feel comfortable doing the 3. But it's always, and someone else pointed it out.
That's a good photo.
Thanks.
It
dude.
really
Black,
is.
Black
That's
and
a
white
good-
helps.
It's slimming.
Yeah.
I will every day to work. I pass Joel's billboard on Schuylkill Road, 724.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
leaning at you on the highway.
Glad you could still see it.
Leaning into success.
That is a good point. They do not take care of the trimmery
No,
around there.
I
You gotta-
keep reminding. Because a couple people pointed that out. They're like, "You're getting a little grown in, bud." Yeah, I got to email them now before they're like, "Dude, what are you talking about? Fall?" I'm like, "Yeah, fall now." I'm like, I got to get them while they still have leaves on the tree. They're like, "Dude, what are you talking about?" Yeah.
But no, this is a sick place. This is a sick place. Now, what do you have coming up this weekend? Who do you have coming here?
We got Sam Tripoli. and then
Sam
we got,
Tripoli tomorrow, dude.
Yeah, and then we got
Bring your
Brent-
tinfoil hats.
Brent Terhune, he's a Bob and Tom guy.
Okay.
Comedy Central named him as like one of the top
Nice.
comics to watch, and
Nice.
Yeah, so I mean, it should be great, man.
I looked up some clips of. I wasn't familiar with him, but I
Sam
certainly
Tripoli,
know the
no joke.
reputation of Bob and Tom. I mean, every
Yeah.
comic that old school comic that in the radio days
Absolutely.
talks glowingly about that.
You
show.
guys get comics that are like even like comics, like Carmen Lynch. Big,
Ah,
oh my
dude.
God, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like if you got to
She's
be a
so
hardcore
good.
fan, but everyone should know her. And
She's so
and
good.
that like you bring her down, and you're supposed to.
And Andrew Chavone opened up.
Yeah,
who's,
I kind of knew Andrew weirdly enough like years ago, so I'm glad to see he's like doing well. 'Cause
that's
he's
awesome.
all right.
The Tuesdays with Stories guys
Yeah.
kind of bumped him up a little bit, and good for him because he's good.
I just want to see Joel do so successful that he can get rid of Buddy's picture from that little laptop. I was like, Joel's got to be doing better than Buddy at this point. He's got to be able to get like, did he have Louis C.K. here? Where's Louis C.K.'s picture on this?
Yeah. He was Buddy was a different part, and then all of a sudden we had a wedding, so they had to take it all down, and then now they're back up. But he initially was next to Jimmy Schubert.
Awesome.
No,
That's
sure
awesome.
makes sense. I'm like, yeah, you know, it's like, when do you know, so get Jeremy Hupster's picture up there next time? You know what I mean? It's like, Joel's bringing like David Tell here. Like, where's David Tell's photo up at this point?
Careful, Jeremy's gun's loaded, so and probably listening. But I get your point.
Feels like I've had to move multiple times. And
Yeah, right. No, I get it, man. But we Rinaldi helped us get, and we've been working on this for almost a year. Dom Herrera.
oh my
dude.
God.
So we're getting him to come
Run
for-
this lineup to
So
him.
he's-
Check this out because it's not
Every
just
year
Dom.
he used to do Helium
Yeah.
for Thanksgiving to come
Yes.
home visit his family,
Yep.
originally from South Philly. But since COVID, he hasn't come back. So we're working on, and then all of a sudden he called up Steve one day. He goes, "I guess I'm doing your buddy's place." He goes, "Soul Joel's?" He goes, "Is that the name?" I go, "Thank you, Dom." And he goes, "Yeah, sounds good. We're doing it." So it's him, it's Dom Herrera and friends.
Wow.
Him, Rinaldi, Chris Kosha, Jimmy Schubert, Eleanor Carrigan.
Right.
Yeah,
Holy
dude.
shit.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Holy shit.
Don't-
Wait, are the friends the others, or there could possibly be more comics coming?
Well, I mean, maybe more coming, but we initially were gonna have Steve Simone on there, so it was gonna be almost like a comedy store.
Yeah.
All those guys, and but Steve Simone is staying in Florida for Thanksgiving. He's gonna come home for Christmas.
So this is Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. The night before
That's a
Thanksgiving.
damn lineup.
Isn't that a lineup,
Yeah.
man? Like I lost it when he told me that. I was like, dude, I mean, Dom Herrera is like freaking exciting enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, not no, but I've seen him on like Kings and Queens and stuff like that.
I watched him
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Golden Girls when I was 12 years old.
Yeah. Seinfeld.
It's no bullshit. He played a gay guy on Golden Girls. It's really funny. Check it out.
Hey, careful. That's the second time we mentioned that.
Yeah, but no, dude, I'm so happy about this place. It's growing. It's like a Pottstown. I mean, you've only been here for like less than a year, but it's like
Yeah.
a Pottstown staple now.
Thanks, man.
So it's, you know,
Very cool.
when your competition was like the Army Navy store, but you know, it's like, hey,
Yeah.
hey, it's something. It's
So
something.
yeah, when this Hello 422 on Labor Day mentioned all like the entrepreneurs and small business owners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy like last year posted, I go, I'm not going to be in this year. So I was just commenting on all my friends. Well, he waited till like 8 o'clock to post it. I go, oh, I made it. But he tagged like Gatsby's, Sunnybrook, and then Soul Joel's.
Okay,
So
okay.
it was more this
Oh,
year.
wow.
Right on.
And the one guy goes, Soul Joel's the MVP of Pottstown. I go,
Hey, I won't argue with that.
this no sleep is paying off.
I mean, you know, I guess you guys are going to add this, but like, hey, what is the Royersford waterfront been doing? That's just a shit show over there. You know what I mean? It's like,
Well, that was a mic drop.
Let's just say they made their choice.
I mean, it's like they've had those big silver aluminum gates around. Like, what are you developing over here at this point? You know what I mean?
I was taken there erroneously not too long ago.
Erroneously.
And,
That's what he means, right? That's where he whacks off. That's what that means. I mean, I erroneously end up the waterfront. Oh, yeah. How did I get here?
Alan doesn't drive.
Legally?
No. Anywhere over 55
my Uber
miles an
driver
hour.
dropped me at the old Soul Joel's by accident, and he didn't speak English, so I couldn't tell him he was going to the wrong
Wait, are you
place.
serious? You don't drive
I not on the highways.
per court order?
No. By
Different-
choice, sort of. By edict of my psychological disorders.
So I'm going to ask for some person to leave me out to the car tonight, if that's okay.
Oh, I got you, buddy. I got you.
Yeah. But for other reasons, you made good points. I just can't comment on it.
Anxiety.
Not you, Royersford.
Yeah,
dude.
I mean, because you know, my daughter swims out at Spring City or Spring Valley.
Oh, no kidding.
YMCA, so we come out our time. It's like, what are they doing with it? It's like they're not even breaking ground. It's
Yeah.
like, what's happening here with this kind of thing? Always when you think like, did they find like Indian bones sitting here? It's like, we gotta stop everything. Like, what the hell's going on here? They fucked up, dude. You got a good thing going on over there, dude. Good
Thanks,
thing.
man. Yeah.
Good thing.
Yeah.
And you have a good thing here.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Unfortunately, I'm sitting here in your cow, so like, hey, talent-wise, you went down.
We're only
But,
going so
hey,
well.
You know, like, yeah, all right. Mark Stars on the podcast today. Can we not find anybody else?
No, it's 7 for 7.
Okay, we're gonna have to set up a roast battle here. I see.
Buddy, it says here that you have a friend named Mark.
No, but this is great. Thank you so much for being Joel.
Thanks,
I mean,
man.
best of luck to you.
Mark,
Alan.
always a pleasure to have you on, man.
No, I'm glad to be here with
Appreciate
you guys.
it,
Always.
man.
Best of luck and good fortune to you.
You and your big dick energy are welcome here anytime.
And the only one kind enough to wrap up his own segment.
no problem. No.
Mark can read a room.
Mark can read a room.
Thank you, man. Karen, you're, yeah. The only person that signed himself off, and the next person didn't know they were on.
I mean, we were just marveling at the crowd you brought tonight. It's just so cool. So cool. It says a lot about your friendship in the world. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I've been lucky enough to live in this area for the last 25 years, and this is my 25th year at my school.
Oh wow.
Where just between the teachers I work with and then the students and their parents, like the sense of community really feels more like an extension of my own family.
Yeah. By the way, this is Karen Schwartz.
Oh,
Hi,
Karen
I'm
Schwartz, yes.
Yeah.
Hi,
She's a staple here. We love her.
Yeah.
I love it here.
So where did you grow up then?
I grew up in Delco.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm from media.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the first rule of Delco is I needed to tell you that I'm from Delco. So,
Right.
But I have lived here for the last 25 years for school.
Right.
So
Yeah.
And you're an art teacher, right?
I am.
And what school do you teach at? Do you want to talk about that on here? No.
I think it's okay. I teach art for Oaks Elementary School for the Springford Area School District.
Very cool.
And I love it. I love it there. And as most of the people I work with are right over there in the Melody Room right now.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
super cool, man. Super cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, there's been countless times where she's been doing a show and the people like have seen her here, and like she just runs into people because that's the small community that
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool, man.
I love it.
How was your set tonight? Did you have fun?
I had the time of my life.
That's so cool.
I honestly did. It was amazing. So, thank you.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah. So what was the first time that you got on stage? Where
Yeah, what's the
'cause
Karen
you're
Schwartz
almost
origin story?
performing every day you're teaching.
Right. So, I guess the first time I had success being funny on a stage was I was in the junior variety show at my high school.
Okay.
We did a take on Remote Control with Colin Quinn.
Oh yeah.
For our skit, and I played Cookie, the hostess in training.
Oh.
And I was just ditzy and knocking things over, and I got laughs. And for me, that was huge because I was really shy.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way I was good at making friends was by being funny.
Okay.
Like, I definitely wasn't athletic. You weren't going to pick me to be on your team or anything.
Right.
But if I cracked anybody up, though, I felt like that was my in.
For sure.
And that was a big moment for me to hear people laughing. But then the bigger moment was like 6 months later, we were at a Pizza Hut. Like, I was there with my mom and dad, my sister, and our server said, "Wait, I remember you from that show at Pencrest High School, and you were in that really funny skit, and you were the ditzy host." And
No way. That's cool.
and I was like, "Oh my God, you remembered me!" So like that was huge. So there was a little bit of a break between then and then last July 22nd when I went to my first comedy open mic. Little bit of
Oh
some
wow, that's
space,
awesome. That's
little
awesome.
bit of space, but I felt like, yeah, let me just give this a shot.
That's so
and
cool.
see. So, yeah.
Wait, last July 20. Oh.
So not this past July, but the July
Like a
prior.
year and three or 4 months.
Okay,
2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
I-
gonna say because you've been coming here for almost up for a year.
It's been
Yeah.
just a little over a year now.
Yeah.
And that day, it was a small group of people. They were just gathered at a local bar. Jay Yoder happened to be there,
Okay.
Yeah.
who you guys know.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
my favorite here.
Yep.
And he took me aside, and he said, "Hey, we should talk." And he said, "Hey, you naturally have a lot that you're working with," and he talked to me about like trimming the fat, and he gave me like really great notes.
That's awesome.
And that encouragement really went a long way because he just told me to like keep going at it. So I was like, then I was like hungry for it. Like once you make somebody laugh, I'm like, well, where can I go do this tomorrow?
It's
what I
all
mean?
of
Like,
our
yeah.
mentality. Just
Yeah.
keep doing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, well, where can I go run out tomorrow to do this again? And like, what the next?
Yeah.
What, there's no mics around here on Friday. Who's going? Are you kidding me? Like,
Where can I go get high, man?
Yeah.
Get that endorphins.
That
like, yeah.
endorphin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
I got to clarify. Right.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
But
No, because you just want it. Like that's the adrenaline rush that you don't want
that,
to.
like you just you're running for that rush. You're like, oh my gosh, I need to go do this again. I made somebody laugh yesterday. I need to go do that again tomorrow. Like it just, and I have a few jokes that I use with my kids at school, but there is something that emotionally fills my bucket to socialize with adults, outside of the school scenario and like make an actual adult laugh.
Yeah.
There's this,
Right.
and they just to clarify, they are all different jokes. They're very different.
Right.
I hope so.
Completely
I
different
hope
set of
so.
material than I used in the first grade cafeteria during lunch duty. Completely different set.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Completely different
do you
set.
find yourself talking to them?
It's a little different in the melody room.
Oh yeah, when I pick up the microphone to do first grade lunch duty, I'd be like, "Kids, give it up for your cafeteria staff. Give it up for them."
Do they know you're a comedian?
No,
No.
no,
No. You're like Superman, keeping it under
I'm
wraps.
keeping it like it's like, and I have a whole different last name I use at work.
Right.
So it's like, wait, who is that? Oh wait, there's my teacher.
Yeah, Catwoman,
Yeah,
right?
no, I do
That's
that.
awesome. Do you like them 3 minutes before the class is over?
Yeah. I feel like when I'm giving directions, the kids are giving me the light. They're like, "Lady, we stop listening to you." We're just
I know when I got the light.
We're gonna do whatever we want. You know it. We're gonna pretend you never said what we're supposed to do. We're gonna do whatever we want.
That's awesome.
But no, I love that part of my life too. So
That's so cool.
I'm very lucky.
And you have 2 daughters?
I do.
So what do your daughters think about you doing comedy?
Actually, that's
Because
been,
now we've
like,
all talked about all the guys that have kids, but what you as a parent, because you're are adults.
It's actually been a really amazing thing for me to have a closer relationship with
Really?
them
Okay.
as younger adults because
Yeah.
like when like a teenage kid like is going through that chapter where they're like, especially when you're divorced like I am, like they just want to be like the teenage girl stuff. Like I was terrible to my parents And they kept wishing like the karma train would show up and like I would feel it. And I'm like, oh, like the karma train's been parked in front of the house like way too long. No, we did go through that. We went through that typical time of like, you know, if I drove one of them to school, it was like, pull over here. I don't want anybody to see me with you, like that kind of thing. Like, we went through all that stuff. And then now, like, you know, they're older and wiser. They've seen the world. And they were like, oh my God, you're doing comedy. That is so cool. And they were like, you know, we could always see you doing that. That's really cool. And like, I think they respect me now for finally doing something for me.
Neat.
You know, when you're a mom, you're running your kid to all their activities, you're helping them with their science fair and all that stuff. And you're kind of martyring yourself a little bit. You're like, oh, yeah, don't you appreciate this? Like, don't you? But, you know, at the end of the day, they're just, you know, they're burned out. They're doing too many things. They don't look at the situation quite that way.
Yeah.
But now they see me chasing my own stuff. Because, like, at that time, I never even would have thought it's budget time for myself. Like, there wasn't any. But now that I'm doing stuff for me, they're like, that is so cool. We want to know more about it. And my oldest daughter actually came out here. She signed up and did the open mic the one night.
did?
She did great.
That's awesome.
Oh, that was like a big moment. I was like,
Oh, I bet.
yeah, I was crying.
Oh, I would have lost it. Yeah, that's cool.
No, it's definitely brought us a lot closer. A lot closer.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But just to go back for a second, she hadn't, when she came out, it was more to support you. She didn't anticipate going on that
Oh
night?
yeah, no, she just.
Because I didn't get that vibe.
You're exactly right.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That was more of her sitting there and watching everybody, and I think that her thought process was kind of a lot like my first mic that I went to, where I'm watching everyone. I thought, oh wait, I do feel safe going up and just trying
Yeah.
something because it's okay if I'm not perfect right now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And she was like, Mom, can you put me on the list? I'm like, oh. So then Jeremy Hubsher was hosting that night.
Second shout out to Jeremy this episode.
Yeah, and I go and I put Caden's
Perfect
name
host for a first time comic.
I put Caden's name on the list. And Jeremy comes over and he's like showing her how to hold the microphone. He's telling her, hey, even if you think you're speaking too slowly, slow down.
Did he
You know,
blink during this conversation?
Was that?
Did he blink during this conversation?
You know what? It was the most comfortable I've ever been around Jeremy.
Jeremy's
and that's
awesome.
saying a
I
lot.
love Jeremy.
You know, and I'm actually,
That is saying a lot,
And I know I
And
make
we
jokes.
love you, Jeremy.
We do.
I've had Jeremy to my house. No, I love Jeremy.
Yeah.
Like Jeremy came to my Halloween party last year.
Oh,
And-
which he was excited about.
He-
He won't Halloween. I'm sorry.
yeah.
The open mic falls on Halloween this
Yeah, oh
year.
yeah. No, I
Oh.
know. He
Jeremy
wants to do
will
a
not-
Halloween shindig here.
Oh, he's fired up, huh?
Fired up.
I can't wait to see what that's going to bring.
Jeremy's just a good dude.
Yeah.
He's a solid
What an
friend.
awesome guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Priceless.
Yeah.
I met him in Royersford, you know, and quickly realized he really loves fucking comedy, which makes me like him a lot.
Oh, how about it?
Yeah.
No, but he really took my daughter under his wing, and he
So
like,
cool.
gave her all the advice, and then she went up there and did great. And he immediately he came back to support her right away.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like thank you. Like,
Well, I tell
That's
people
so
all the
cool,
time,
man.
I'm like,
That's so
if you
cool.
want to do comedy, come to the open mic. It'll give you the confidence to do comedy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because the guys are going up there, but you know, you can do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Same applies to musicians.
Yeah.
I got my nerve to go on stage the first time of going to an open mic and being like, oh, they're in the same boat I am. They're just trying to figure it out, you know. You know,
Yeah.
some of them are great, some of them stink, and most are in between.
Well,
you know.
I don't know if I told you this, but when Dave Attell was here, right before I went out to like get the dome ready,
Yeah.
and a guy's walking up, and he has shit, and I'm sorry, what did it say? It was a hat, but he had a pile of poop,
Oh, okay.
and it said head.
Okay.
Shit
Shithead.
head.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was great. That was the first red flag. And then he called to me. He goes, "So what's going on here? Some sort of concert?" And I said, "No, we have a comedian." He goes, "Oh, what time's the sign up?" And I go, "That's Tuesday."
Right.
And I go, he goes, "Well, how much time do you get?" I go, 5 minutes. He goes, "Well, I'm looking to do like 45." And I go, "Yeah, no." And he goes, "I'm funnier than these guys tonight." I goes, "I'll bet you $100." I go, "I'll take your $100 bet." Because at this point, I'm just entertained.
Yeah, this is priceless. I had never heard this one. This is great.
I mean, we'll do it. And but that's always
Never a more appropriate hat on a
I
human
get the
being ever.
emails too, and it's like he goes, "How much time do you get at the open mic?" I'm like 5, and they're like, "Only 5?" I'm like, "Dude." Said like, that's obviously someone who's never done it.
Dude, 5 minutes is an eternity when you're up there by
Yeah.
yourself with a microphone.
Because you don't have muscle memory. So I remember the first time I got heckled, whew, I was thrown because you don't know what else you were, where you were, what you were talking about, what you should do from here.
No, where did you first get heckled?
Oh, I was in Staten Island, and I was like, there's no business, just sprinting through my material, and I forget, but it's just not good.
Man.
Yeah, you just lose. You just lose yourself.
Dude.
And you don't know where to go back to or how to gain your setting again.
That's the part of being a musician I can't relate to with you guys because I don't think I've ever been booed, but I know musicians here and there get booed, but I can't, it just doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, not booed, but you're used to being the background noise.
That, right,
But
we get
bad enough.
ignored. We get
Yeah.
ignored.
Yeah.
So, Alan, one of
Are you going to tell me your first impression of Alan?
oh, that wasn't where I was going.
Oh.
That wasn't where I was going, is it? But
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was going to tell him a very close friend of my immediate friend group is Bill Ferrari, and he's a local musician. Mm-hmm. And he plays locally in a few places. And we'll all go there to support him. And he heckled me a little bit when he came out to watch me do stand-up. Not really heckle, but he yelled out a couple things. So when we went to his show, and this is a lot more difficult to do than it sounds, we all did offbeat clapping, which is damn near impossible. So like,
To try to mess him up?
yeah, like
Very supportive.
like we were doing these big, like,
He had it coming
like
from
these
the heckle.
big, like we were killing a fly.
Yes.
Horrible offbeat claps.
Yes.
so
just
sober,
randomly.
obviously.
Dude.
What? Of course.
Yeah. A couple of road sodas.
I mean, we had church in the morning.
Yeah,
and,
right,
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
we were
I mean,
just
come on.
trying to-
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
But we did this offbeat clapping where at one point I could just see him start to twitch. Like he was just like I could see that like we actually and I was like, oh, I think we're actually making him mad. Like that was not the goal to make him mad. It was supposed to be funny because
Yeah.
well, we were definitely enjoying ourselves. We were laughing.
Right.
And you know,
He's not tapping his foot to keep the beat.
No.
That's hilarious to me. And hey, if you're gonna give it, you better be able to take it.
Oh
But
yeah.
I'll tell you what, it's a lot harder to offbeat clap than to heckle.
Oh,
I think. It's
it's
really
very hard.
difficult. You have to really concentrate for that.
Yeah, it's extremely difficult.
A lot.
That's crazy.
That's a
Yeah,
great.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
a
We
great
did
music
heckle
hackle.
musicians.
Yeah, that's cool because I've never had
I
anybody
didn't
do
even
that
say
on one
like
of my
I'm
shows.
proud
That's
of
awesome.
it. But it, I do know of one local musician who's been heckled.
I like it. That's a good story.
All right.
Where do we go from here, buddy?
Oh man. So a year and a half, or a year and 3 or 4 months.
Yes.
And it seems like you're really active.
Oh, I love it. No, I run out and do this as often as I can.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah, I love
because
it.
I see. I mean, I don't get up here every Tuesday, but every Tuesday I'm here. You're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he performed already in New York, Delaware, New Jersey, now PA. I mean, obviously PA, but
Yeah, a little bit in Florida to visit when I was visiting my parents.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, cool.
That's
yeah, you
where
gotta
I
let me
bumped
know.
Into, that's
yeah,
where I bumped into the comic that
Hilarious.
works for you down in
I didn't
Divine
put two and two
Brewing at
together
Tampa.
to Clearwater.
Is it Sean
Guest.
Guest? Yeah.
So, and he's originally from like Reading or
Yeah,
Kutztown.
yes,
Kutztown.
he is. Yeah, he's from that like
Yeah.
Berks County area.
Yeah, Berks County area. So he was a friend of mine who reached out or something like that and said something about one of our shows. And I didn't realize he lives in Clearwater. Like, oh, where do you live, buddy? He goes, well, I'm originally from near you, but I'm going to be home for Thanksgiving. But then he ended up doing Clearwater. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
But then she ran into him and she was
I
like,
was at Divine Brewery out there, and I got on their they have a Wednesday night mic where you have to be put on the list. Mm-hmm. You can't just show up and sign up. You have to be put on the list, and that place is interesting because comics can drink unlimited beer.
oh boy.
And sometimes that works out and sometimes that backfires. So there'll be a couple of guys on the list that they're like, oh no, he's not going up. Yeah. Like where like by the time it's their time, it's like, so it's kind of a funny
Yeah.
place. But but Matthew Broussard from
Oh yeah.
oh, yeah.
Big
He's-
Bros guy.
Yeah, no, he came through and
Very handsome man, by the way.
he was a lovely
Staying with the theme we've developed this
Might as
evening.
well. When in Rome.
He and his girlfriend, who's also a comedian,
Yep.
they were both brilliant. They came through Divine over the holidays when I was there, and we were all in the same night, which was really fun to talk with them. So
Cool.
it's a fun room. It's a great room.
That's really cool.
And I just happened to overhear Sean Guest talking about Soul Joel's. He was like, "Oh, there's this place. It's in Pottstown, Pennsylvania." I'm like, my ears perk up. I'm like,
What?
"What? Yeah." I'm like, I
Oh,
walked
that's
over.
wild.
Yeah, and I was like, "Stop it!" And that's when I was like texting you, like, "What's going on?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me."
Yeah, no, I didn't put two and two together that you're from Florida because Florida's so big.
Well, I'm not really from. My parents live there.
Yeah. No, I know.
And
But yeah.
Florida's a big place. To be fair, Florida's very.
Yeah, it's freaking
Yeah.
huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a wild one, man.
Yeah, it was like such a small world thing. So yeah.
Yeah.
pretty cool.
When are you going back down?
I
let me know.
haven't booked anything yet, but I'll let you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we do it once a month. So hopefully the stars align.
Oh yeah, keep me posted.
Yeah.
It'll be sometime soonish.
Yeah.
Holiday time at some
Yeah.
point.
So then I say all the time, the only time I ever get nervous is in front of friends, family, or anyone that knows my mom.
Oh my god.
So you had that place packed.
Okay,
Did any of those people make you nervous?
so my two first cousins were there. My mom's
Two first
sisters-
cousins?
My two cousins, like Dan and Steve Takushin, my two cousins were there. And thankfully, a couple of people who went up before me were so much dirtier. And I saw both of them just doubled over and crying, like, oh my God. And I was like, oh, I'm fine. And like, I'm going to be fine. Like, it's cool. Like, we're cool. Because like, there's a certain way you talk to someone you see at the holidays or you hang out with like a few times a year. But I haven't had the opportunity to really like see this part of what they find funny. So to kind of discover it this way, like, it's made us closer, which is awesome. Like, they're more like friends.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we kind of went from the family dynamic to like, now we're like, I feel like we're like more comfortable in a friend way.
Like buddies.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
After
it.
tonight, or you just mean lately?
In general, like they went to a couple of my shows.
Okay.
So I feel like it kind of broke that ice in
Yeah.
a way.
That's a cool thing.
Which, yeah, I mean, there was never anything wrong, but like now everything is like way more cool.
Yeah.
But you don't care like that coworkers came because you said coworkers came.
You know what? I say stuff like that in the faculty room at school. So like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like this time they just were a willing participant.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? Whereas at school, I'm like, hey, like I'm all muggy. I'm like, oh, you're stuck in here. You're eating your salad. You're not going to leave for 5 minutes.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So-
I got your semi-undivided
yeah, no,
attention.
So here, at least under these circumstances, they did it willingly. So it was their idea.
Yeah.
That's great, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
That is super
no,
cool.
tonight was amazing. It was fun. Thank you.
Well, all the comics are thanking you tonight.
Yeah, for real.
What is that? Just
You
for
got a
having
shout out
big-
after
a big
shout out
For
on
having
this
an
pod
audience.
tonight.
Oh no, they're loving this. They're
yeah.
having the time of their lives.
Yeah. To
No,
feed
they're
off that
having-
energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, it's been a blast.
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to, like, from the moment I got that message from Steve about this, I've been like,
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna lie, I screamed a little bit.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Like happy scream. And then I was quick, like, just trying to get as many
Invites.
people here as I could. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank
thanks
you.
for doing it. Yeah. Thanks for doing it. Yeah.
Thank you. I will
Yeah.
every time and anytime you ask.
Yeah.
So
Oh, plug your
seriously.
social media if you
Yeah,
want.
please.
Okay, so on Facebook, I'm Karen Schwartz. It's like May the Schwartz be with you from Spaceballs, but without the T. So it's Karen SCHWARZ. On Instagram, I'm Schwartz Bollinger, and that's all I've got going on. So yeah.
Cool.
Oh, and I do have a podcast coming out soon with my
Oh.
friend Sandra.
Nice.
It's called Late Bloomers, and it's from the perspective of two women of a certain age who started chasing their dreams midlife. So
Super
just be on the
cool.
lookout for that on Drop Tap Media. That'll be coming out in the next month or so.
Oh, shout us out. Let us know when it's out. We'll help.
Absolutely, thank you. Yeah, we're
Absolutely.
really excited to get some episodes going. So yeah, so
Cool.
thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank
Yeah,
you
thanks a lot,
thank you
Karen.
so
Yeah.
much for having me. This has been
Absolutely.
awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about it.
All right. Buddy Harris joins us. Says if you you remember him from a previous episode. I don't remember the number, but fairly
Here.
early on.
Live on the casting couch, Soul Joe.
Yep. We recorded it a little earlier and we released it a little late.
Yeah,
I realized that when we were in the Bahamas that I hadn't released the episode. He goes, I just figured. I go, I forgot. Nope.
I just figured it sucked. And then he didn't want to ruin our time in the Bahamas.
Which you want to talk about a couple of gay guys in the Bahamas.
I heard you might go on the next one.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. Gay trio. Actually worked nice. So we got
Reverse Three's Company.
so my first night there. Joel
I crossed my legs like this just thinking about it.
Joel got there before a day early.
Yeah, day early. Yeah.
So Joel got there a day early. So I got there on my birthday.
Oh, okay.
Right? So Joel, being the gentleman in the relationship, he was like, we're going to go out to a nice dinner. We go to a nice dinner. He tells the staff that it's my birthday. So
Yep.
it's just two guys having dinner. And then next to us, it was this cool couple, which we found out later. But we're having dinner, and he tells the staff it's my birthday. Staff comes out and sings happy birthday to me as we're just sitting there
No
intimately
homo.
together. And he just leaned into the couple next to us and he goes, we're not gay. And they were like, first of all, yes, you are. You're strong.
Denial can be an ugly thing.
Like, you guys are sharing a truffle cake right now. This is the gayest thing. It'd be less gay if you were sucking each other up. But
Well, this
we
took a turn.
But we became friends with them, and we ended up going out on a boat for the day in the Bahamas. And I was like,
An excursion.
yeah, excursion. I just, and the whole time I'm like calling home, and I was like,
What am I gonna wear?
I'm telling Julie, she's like, how's it going? I was like, well, we met another couple. She's like, why do you keep calling it another couple? And I was like, I don't know.
It just seems right.
We're just out on a boat with this other couple,
Yeah.
just cruising along.
Yeah.
It was like that. It was like that thing you do with another couple on a first, like a couple's date. Like they're like,
We were
"When
breaking
did you-"
the ice.
They're like, where did you guys meet? Like shit like that. It was.
No, but then we went walking in that same night before we went on the excursion. We're walking in the casino, in the hotel.
Yeah.
And this couple was like, "Oh yeah, we're celebrating our birthday." I'm like, "Oh, it's his birthday, Oh, aren't you the non-gay couple from the steakhouse?"
The
Yeah.
non-gay couple. That's awesome.
It's a small, not a small resort. It's not that it was a small resort, but over a couple of days, you see people over and over.
Right.
We're like, we're not gay, and then the next day they see us drinking pineapple smoothies together.
I forgot about this one.
We're coming out. We're like, we're telling you, we're not.
I think you poured a little more into mine.
Joel's proclivity for wearing pink may have factored into this somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, we went on the excursion. He was wearing a pink tank top.
But he's wearing pink.
Yeah, just to show off the tattoos, if you know what I mean.
It's gay that I was wearing a pink tank top. This was 6 months ago, and he still remembers what color tank top I was wearing. So you tell me which one's worse.
Boy, I wanted to talk about your special, but here we are.
All right.
Well, dude, you know me and my notes, right?
Yeah.
I have 3 words written down for Buddy. Special, special, special.
Well,
Can't
dude,
wait to talk about it.
I mean, honestly, my only regret is not communicating with him to get it here. But if he's gonna do it with someone else, it's James, man. James' attention to detail is just like mine. It's a
People who James is?
James DiBenedetto. DiBenedetto.
Worst last name ever. But DiBenedetto.
DiBenedetto.
DiBenedetto. That's
Great guy. Started J&J Comedy.
Oh, okay.
So now he has rooms all over the place, just
Okay.
like I do.
Oh, cool, cool.
And he lives down in South Carolina now, but he's running the Newtown Theater, and it's beautiful.
Dude, that's
It's
great.
unbelievable. It's going to be great.
That's awesome.
So it was kind of cool how. So I started playing with the idea, and I said something to Joel, I guess, as you were transitioning here, and it seemed like a lot going on. And then I keep teetering, just with like regular life. I'm like, I want to get everything. I need something. Like I need it out there.
Yeah.
And more for a personal thing than anything else. Like it's just gonna end up going on YouTube eventually, but I'm ready to like start over. I want to get it out there, and I want to start over. I want to start hitting like hosting spots again, and just
Build
kinda
up a
work
new
my
act.
way back up, and just to kind of get a love of it again. Like not that I'm not, but I like there's times where because I got the bar and then the Healthy Shack, and it feels like sometimes I'm on autopilot.
Yeah.
Right. So
I dig that.
I was like, I teetered with it for a while, and then James had booked me for a theater in Jim Thorpe, New Year's Eve. And then New Year's Eve, it was at Newtown Theater.
Okay.
So,
And it was you and Brendan, I think,
Is that the
right?
Mock
and
Chunk?
Brendan.
Was
Yeah,
that-
the Mock Chunk.
Yeah. That's a
And
beautiful place.
It's a beautiful theater.
Yeah, I saw Gilbert Godfrey there. That's a beautiful place.
And that one went well. And then Newtown Theater, that went amazing.
You closed it out,
I closed it out.
which is not easy. No offense, following Brendan right now. Brendan is
Yeah, Brendan's killer.
crushing.
Yeah, no joke.
Chris Johnson was on it too.
Okay.
He's killer.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm not sure why I'm going last, but this is amazing. And so I closed out the show, and it was electric. And
sweet.
the manager from the theater came over, and she's like, have you ever thought about taping a special? 'Cause
Really?
Yeah, because they have, they just obtained the rights for the video. Like they have a booth, and they just obtained the rights for the video. Where they were working on that, but they obtained the rights for the audio. They could run the audio, and they have the setup. And so I think she might have overheard me talking like that. I was playing with the idea with Brendan, And then so she brought it up, and I was like, yeah, actually, I have been playing with the idea. She's like, we'd host it. We have everything you need. And I was like, wow, this is kind of cool. And
awesome.
and then I kind of sat it on for a little bit, and we ended up like contacting one another, and she was like, yeah, no, I was dead serious. So I was like, all right, let's do it.
Wow, that's so cool, man.
And James hopped in and got the shit that I don't understand figured out. So yeah, it's exciting. It's
And it's this Saturday, right?
yes.
Yeah.
That's
And he's got Brendan opening to warm up
no
the crowd.
way. Oh, that's awesome, man.
So you know the crowd's going to be there to
So-
have fun.
I'm trying so hard to figure out a way to get there, brother. I just don't know if it's going to happen. It's a little far. It's like an hour 40 from my house. It's a lot to Uber.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure on me. Brandon, plus, you know what? You could just see me here because it's going to be the same stuff that I've done.
You know me, man. I love your
Yeah.
shit. I laugh my ass off every time I see you, brother.
Yeah, I would sit you right up front on purpose.
Wherever you wanted me.
Yeah, I wanted I wanted something to kind of tie in to how I started, and so Mark Stoudemire is like my longest relationship in comedy.
I didn't know that.
My longest friendship in
Mark's
comedy.
awesome.
He started.
Mark was before me.
He was actually before Joel, but then Joel, and then I met Joel, and I wanted somehow for like my Joel, and Brendan was a part of my Joel experience, and Brendan's amazing, so I wanted somehow to tie that in too. So Brendan's opening, Mark is going to bring me up, and then,
that's great.
Yeah, and then rock and roll.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I'm so excited for you, man.
And Julie's been so supportive, promoting this. Like, you guys got a news article about you.
Julie likes it. Julie's like.
Oh, is there something behind the scenes?
No. But Julie's
'cause
like,
on the surface, it seems supportive.
she's very supportive. But
Yeah.
she gets to a point where she's like, are you coming to my show on Saturday? And I'm like, are you performing? It's like she's got a dress right like this. She's gung ho.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, I got a lot of people coming. I was like, yeah, but to see me, I think. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Is the dress going to be distracting?
I don't know. I'm gonna sit her in the balcony. I got it anyway. Because she knows my.
I don't know.
If anyone knows my material the best, it's her.
Oh, of course, I guess,
Right?
yeah.
So like if there's been a couple times she's been out in the dome here, and I just glance over and I see her go, you missed a word. And I'm like, hey, bro, like,
Yeah.
well, I'm busy right now.
I thought you were going to see that she's on the phone. I'm like, that's probably even worse.
yeah.
You missed
Save
the
the-
word, or
That's
I'm not
during
paying
your-
attention anymore.
That's during your set. My set, she's paying attention.
All right. Take it
buddy.
easy. I thought we were having fun.
During my set, she's paying attention because she's like, you fucked up.
Yeah, she wants to know all the misses.
Yeah. Her famous quote is, I took notes. And I'm like, keep that shit to yourself right now.
Sounds like my mom after my Little League game.
Yeah, your swing was off. Yeah.
We are filming a
Keep your
special.
chin down, asshole.
I don't need this right now.
Oh, man, that's so exciting, man.
Yeah.
That is a cool.
How
That's so
long
cool.
are you hoping to do?
I have about an hour that I'm just going to run. I don't know what I'll edit it down to.
Right.
You know, I figure I'll kind of, even if I just, like that hour, I'm just going to throw everything out and, whatever sticks, great. Whatever doesn't, I still have something recorded. So I can.
Yeah.
Right.
I think a lot about, you remember Mike Brooks?
Yeah.
So Mike Brooks, he was a very funny comedian. Very funny, very cool, family man.
Okay.
We did Philly's Funniest together. We were in the finals
Oh, wow.
together. He taped a special, and then, not much further after that. Maybe 6 months later, he passed away.
Oh, cool.
And young too, like
Wow.
in his 40s.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, but I always think about like, man, if he would have just not put that out, like, because every once in a while, like that, like how like Facebook memory, like it'll pop up every once in a while, and I see it, and I'm like, it's nice. It's nice to get to see that.
Thank goodness he got it
like,
done.
Yeah, he still has like a little legacy thing where it's like a live thing.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Like
A
I think about
chronicle of
that
his work.
sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing, man.
'Cause I think about dying a lot. So.
Oh, jeez. Well,
It's the general theme of our comedy pod.
to pivot, No one roasts me like he does on stage, and I
buddy's
know
a-
it's coming.
He gets me too.
To me, the only thing I have to combat that is to bring up Philly's funniest. I go, this next comic coming to the stage, you know him from Soul Joel's. I go, he got to Philly's Funniest finals at Helium Comedy Club and then lost. But you're gonna love him.
Always throws that dig.
Please welcome Buddy Harris. And he goes, hey, guys, give it going for Joel. That's why he doesn't perform anymore.
Great producer.
Yikes.
Those you can't do, teach.
Or book.
Yeah. Or buy the whole goddamn club.
We're still having fun, right?
But yeah, for the roast, I was like, he's like the Rudy of comedy. Like, you know, like instead of working hard to get on the team, he bought the team and then made himself the quarterback. But he's eerily slow like Rudy.
Dude, he'll say I'm autistic right to my face.
I'd say slightly.
Slightly. I mean, come on. Let's let that dude.
Wait, what happened in Rhode Island? We were up in Rhode Island. We rented a house. It felt like at MTV Cribs. My sister did it. It was Brendan, his wife, Julie, Buddy, my sister, Joey St. John, and then me.
Was this about Rogue Island or something?
Yeah,
or-
Rogue Island.
Okay.
Rogue Island.
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
on.
Amazing time.
Yeah. And dude, so we go to he's on him and Brendan are on the first night. Okay, we're at a brewery. They had a mini tent. It reminded me of the Dome. And
Nice.
we're back. He goes, dude, we got to go to the bathroom. Like, we're in our 40s. Like, we got to go pee now, or we're not gonna make it the show. And I go, great point. So we go to the porta pots. We come outside. A guy with a hot dog stand starts looking at us. I go, oh, great. Now he thinks we're either gay or on cocaine.
He's just making trips to the porta potty bathroom.
right. Together, like we're about to hold each other's hair or hand. So the next day we get hot dogs, and the guy goes, hey, I don't want to say this, but aren't you Soul Joel? And I said, yeah. And he goes, oh man, I heard about you about on the podcast. I go, whew. Yesterday I saw you looking at me, and I thought you thought I was on cocaine or gay. And he goes, oh, not that there's anything wrong with that.
And I was like, well, it's neither. He's autistic. So. Slightly.
Perfect. I don't know if we ever talked about how me and Buddy met on the pod, where you know, I didn't even know. I don't think I even knew you were comic talking to you pre-show, and then
Yeah, because he looks like he's the captain of the.
he looked like the most
Harley-Davidson.
logical guy to score some blow from to me.
Take it. It's all right.
But we were just shooting the shit, you know what I mean? And we talked for 5 or 10 minutes, and I said, hey, I'm gonna go sit down. And you're like, hey, well, whatever, nice talking to you. And then 5 minutes later, you're up on stage, and I didn't realize it. And you go into one of your bits, and you give me a little wink, and then he says, so how about these assholes that wear Eagles jerseys when it's not game day?
Yeah.
And then you hit me with a different spin of that the next like 3 or 4 times I saw you, which
yeah,
I
yeah.
always got a fucking kick out of, man. I love that shit.
You gave him the old wink.
Yeah. Just gave him a heads up. I like to do that. You know, it just lets an audience member know I'm about to be an asshole.
Yeah. Right before the kicking the balls. That's perfect. I love it, man. I love that shit, man.
Now, you've done a lot, man. I mean, you've been through a lot. Are you going to let it all out? Because, I mean, not many people probably know, dude, you survived cancer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you've been able to joke about it. Will you bring that up on the special? Will you
Yeah.
do that chunk?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that chunk. Definitely. Because that's getting weird now too. Like that has to go.
Because you look healthy. I mean,
Yeah, that has to get shelved. It's like
Jacked.
yeah.
I can't be the guy being like, I had cancer 8 years ago. Like, yeah, it's like people are like, all right, get over it already.
Yeah.
Like, move on. We don't want to hear about this shit.
You're right.
But you know, like so, I still want to do it, and I still want to get it out there because that material has probably been some of the most rewarding because I've gotten so many cool. So I had testicular cancer, which is most people survive that. It's like one of the better ones to have. I mean, unless you want to keep your testicles, but outside of that, it's great to have. Sure. As a cancer. But there's been, there was a guy, I did the show one time, and a guy came up to me after the show, and he was like, hey, I'm in the middle of this right now. He was going through it right now. So, you know, like that's like he just had his first. He didn't even have the surgery yet. Like he was just diagnosed, and he still came out to a comedy show. And then I just happened to be there talking about how I had it.
So whether it's
And we
fresh for
stayed in
you-
contact.
Never know what people are going through, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah. I mean, that's so true. Like, I learned that early on. Like, I was doing crowd work one time, and I said something about, you know, like losing a wife or something. And I was talking about divorce, but this guy started crying and left the room. I was like, I guess he's going through a divorce too. And then afterwards, they were like, no, his wife just died. I was like, what a downer. Why is he here? Like, but, you know, just
Well, he's
looking
trying to forget his
escape.
troubles, not be
Yeah.
reminded of them.
Yeah, and then I'm just like, hey, you lost a wife too?
Yeah, well, I don't know if you can tell by my physique, but not a wordsmith.
I was gonna post something like the reviews that I get throughout. Like, I just got someone came up to me after a show the other day, and he's like, "You know what I love about you? You seem like you're not that smart, and you're just funny. Like you don't try to be too smart."
Yeah,
and I was like,
you dumb it down for us.
"Yeah." I was in Delco, so I was like, "These are my people here."
Probably a show with no sound system.
Yeah. Probably.
Oh, that's funny.
That's awesome, brother. Well, dude, I wish you the best of success on Saturday, and hopefully I'll be able to figure out a way to get there. I love your act, man, and you're a hell of a guy too.
Thank you.
One of the few guys we've had on twice, man.
Hey, and I'm on the wall out there.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, a bunch of
Mark
comics
had a
brought
few
that
things
up.
to say
Only
about
Mark.
Yeah, Mark. 1,800 times.
Jesus. All right. Well, for Bring 'em Out, Alan Hill, Buddy Harris, 7 for 7. Thank you guys so much.